CamCob PodCob.
CamCob PodCob.
Hello
and welcome to the first episode of CamCob.
CamCob PodCob.
CamCobs PodCobs. Basically, this is a podcast that will contain myself, Jacob, and this man,
Cameron.
Cameron. So yeah, Jacob and Cameron doing a podcast. Basically, we're gonna do three big things.
We're going to do three things every segment. We're going to have it somewhat structured, which is kind of surprising because those of you who might know us, we know that the structure in our lives is not there.
That got real.
We got, this is deep. We go deep. We go places that normal podcasters wouldn't go to.
All right. So basically, the three things we'll be doing in this podcast. Shit.
Just
why did you call it that?
I don't know.
All right.
Okay. Thing one. The first thing. The would you rather.
Would you rather? That's gonna be the big thing, I think. Would you rather? Cameron will ask me a would you rather question.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll also be taking some from anybody who's listening if they want to send us. Send us a would you rather question. I can leave my email at the end of this.
We are definitely open to fans.
Nothing is too dirty.
Yeah. Nothing. Send us the most disgusting thing, or something pleasant like butterflies.
Right.
We're good for either.
Basically, that'll be the first thing. Thing two will be you heard it first from Rob.
For those of you who don't know, Robert McRae has been a friend of ours for a long time. None of you, for the most part, will know him really.
I don't think so.
Unless you've had really close connections with us. But Rob is a guy who he's the most. I would say the things he says are more interesting and obscure and probably not the most straightforward thought that most people would think.
You heard it first from Rob is definitely going to be a journey, an experience for all of us.
So we'll call him up at the phone. Hopefully he'll answer. If not, that'll be equally as funny. We'll ask him to say something, and he will say something, and then maybe Jacob and I will discuss it.
We'll hang up on him.
We will hang up immediately after he says it.
And then we'll discuss it. And then basically the third thing is Topic Time, which is an incredibly gay name, but I'm sorry.
For those of you who are gay and take offense to the word gay, it might be used, but Jacob will probably use gay. I'm going to use hand-holding behavior as a synonym to gay because, I think that's what people really mean right out there. It's a hand-holding behavior.
Yeah, I was referring to the happy.
Yeah.
All right, so basically, I think we'll just get straight into this right now with the first would you rather question of all time.
So Jacob went to the washroom, and I wrote this literally 2 minutes ago, straight from my head. So Jacob.
That's me.
Would you rather stick your mouth over an open anthill and flood all the other entrances, and you have to do this once a week? So once a week, you have to find an anthill, flood the other entrances, and put your mouth over them. So basically, ants are going into your mouth, flooding and running away into your mouth. Or would you rather know that there is always a centipede in the room?
Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus. So, like an African war centipede.
A tropical centipede.
Like one that would probably be the size of my arm and could take me out.
Not the size of your arm, but like you wouldn't want to see it.
Yeah. All right.
And we'll assume that it probably won't attack you. Really.
So am I paranoid that there is one, or there
is always?
Oh, right.
And
I'll see one from time to time.
From time to time. Like if you look for the centipede, you'll find the centipede.
My main thing pulling me away from that is I hate centipedes.
Yeah.
They're probably my least favorite thing.
Yeah.
And falling asleep, I think, would then thusly become impossible. Yeah, I don't think I would be able to do that.
Well, I think eventually you'd probably get used to it, wouldn't you? You'd be like, after like a month or two, you'd be like, okay, I accept there is a centipede in the room.
Okay.
And it hasn't bothered me too much.
As far as I know.
And but think about it this way. You could be in school, you'd be in class, and you know that there's a centipede somewhere in the room.
Yeah.
Like that would be That's useful.
almost a superpower.
Yeah, it's almost a superpower.
I think my other big problem with that one is if I'm taking a shower and the shower curtain is closed, then I don't like. Where is it? It's moving around out there.
Yeah, but it's not in the shower.
Also, what if I'm at a concert or some sort of thing and they have those outhouses? Is that a room?
I don't think so.
If that doesn't count as a room, then I would rather always know there's a centipede in the room.
Well, we haven't really gotten into the other one. Let's talk the other one.
Okay,
over
all right.
right here.
So basically, the pro of the centipede one, I'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Is that it's almost a superpower.
In some situations.
It's borderline. Like,
it's really weak, not useful whatsoever superpower.
But it's something that I can do that nobody else can.
Well, technically, you're not even doing it. You're just aware of it.
Okay.
And you're not even aware of it. It's just there's always a centipede in the room.
And I'd say the biggest con to that is that there's always a centipede in the room.
I think it's more of a curse than a superpower.
Yeah. I would agree with that. Anyway, all right. So the ant part.
One,
so basically, I find an anthill, I put my mouth over it, and the ants will be pouring out because we'll flood the other entrances to the anthill.
Yeah.
So they'll have nowhere to go but in my mouth.
In your mouth. Or drown. Now, we assume that the thing, like the underground workings, I'm not really sure how well they work, but I assume they're big enough
I'm not an architect. I didn't major in...
We don't know how ants build their stuff. I assume really well.
Well, I've seen... What's that movie? Ants?
Yeah. Well, they probably did research on that. Yeah. Right? So that's probably quite accurate in a way.
Yeah.
Other than they talk.
Well... who are you to say that?
Well, they speak English in the movie.
Oh, okay. That's what you're...
Yeah.
Well, okay. In that movie, if I'm not mistaken, there's the flood that sends them all out the one hole.
Yeah, but we'd assume that the flood would drown a large majority.
Well, wouldn't they have no other choice but to be thrust into my mouth? Wouldn't the current...
Some of them. I think the current wouldn't take all of them.
All of them. Okay. I don't know how big and out...
Well, because it goes down, right, into the ground, so the water would
flood
in and push them into their other...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well... That doesn't sound that bad.
Once a week, though. You have to do this once a week.
The only part I don't really like about it is that I could be doing something else and not realize that the week is almost up.
It would be a time... It would take up some time.
Like, I would get... I'd eat pretty much anything, I think.
Eating ants would be no problem.
Yeah.
Chocolate ants,
I've ate a lot. I've ate a lot.
You have eat a lot.
I have eat a lot.
It's a syndrome that you have, which means you eat everything.
Yeah. So, like, eating the ants is definitely not... That's not
an issue. The crawling in your mouth bit
that'd be kind of unpleasant. Yeah. Also, I'd have to be really good at, like, circle breathing through my nose, because there'd just be... Water would also enter my mouth, so...
You could take up bagpipes. But you couldn't with circle breathing.
Oh, I understand.
But you couldn't because you wouldn't have enough time.
I'd be too busy knowing there's a centipede
ants.
there. So yeah, I think for that one, I have to go with the centipede in the... Well, I really hate centipedes.
Yeah, they're terrible.
They're terrifying. There's that tarantula versus the centipede video.
Centipede wins. For those of you who are thinking, you guys are pussies, centipedes aren't scary, look up the centipede versus tarantula video on YouTube and come call me a pussy now. I'm gonna get so many people calling me a pussy.
No, nobody watches this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'll definitely go with the centipede in the room. Just the ants just takes too much time out of my daily life.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think eventually you might even like be able to befriend the centipede.
Yeah.
Like if you would conquer your fear.
Whoa. Now this is a whole other layer to this question because you said you always know there is a centipede in the room.
True.
This is it's the same centipede?
I'm not sure.
Because then he would have to follow me everywhere, or can he teleport? Is he a teleporter? Because
I think it in some situations it's going to be the same one. Like there's a centipede when you come
It's like
home.
a house centipede. There's going to be one that's in my house.
Yeah, well there's one for every room in your house that you're in. Every time you go to a room.
So okay. So there's like my bedroom centipede and my living room centipede.
But at the same time when you leave the room,
He's not there.
Like, other people don't have to be affected by this unless you're in the room.
Oh,
like
okay.
if you came over to my house,
no, I understand.
There would be a centipede in my house, and I'd be like, "Why are you here? Get out of my house! I don't want your centipede friends in my house." But then you'd leave, and I would never find
I'm almost like Peter Piper, in the sense that
centipede, you suck.
But I'm like douchebag,
and you don't want it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd still think I'd go with that. Like.
Yeah, I think I would too.
All right. So if you. All three of you who are listening to this have an answer to that.
Feel free to comment.
Is this a commentable offense?
I don't know. Are we putting this on Facebook or something?
Oh, all right.
We might as well.
This is business ass shit that you're hearing right now.
Yeah, we are gonna be legit someday, and you're gonna be like, man, I heard them talking about their steps to becoming legit.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
We can create like a page. Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to the next segment.
This is probably going to be my favorite segment. I'm not going to lie.
You heard it first from Rob. We don't even know if Rob is at home or if he lives at home.
Or if he'll be able to answer or talk to us or anything.
But
I'm going to call him right now.
Okay.
Just do a little thing.
Speakerphone is on. Alright, so basically, you heard it first from Rob. His parents are going to pick up, so probably. Well, keep talking. Alright.
Okay.
Hello.
Is Rob there?
Speaking.
Hi, Rob. This is Cameron and Jacob.
Well, all I hear is Cameron.
Well, you now hear me as well. Rob, we're sending the mic over to you.
We are doing a live podcast right now, and we are doing the segment every week. You heard it first from Rob.
So, Rob, we would like you heard it first from you right now. Give us a gold one.
Rob? Rob?
All right. I think that was you heard it first from Rob.
Did you just die? We got disconnected.
All right. Well,
okay, so that was
you heard it first from Rob.
That was the first you heard it first from Rob. I am assuming the reason he didn't say anything was because we did not tell him we were going to do that prior to, and I may have said it was live.
Yeah, that could be a contributing factor to that. But nevertheless, we won't let it hold us back. We'll have more You Heard It First from Rob next week, I hope. Anyway, let's go straight on to the next segment of the show.
The topics. So I did the first Would You Rather. Right. I kind of set that up. So why don't you set us up with a topic?
My topic for you, Cameron, of discussion for this week is which fashion craze or, article of clothing could you bring back into style from any generation before us?
Could I bring back into style? Or, like, if I got to choose, I would bring it back?
If you...
Like, do I have to try and bring it back?
No. You have one choice that instantly comes into...
Okay. Initially, I was thinking the monocle.
Naturally.
Yeah. I think, the monocle represents just, like, this gentleman era, which I'm really fond of.
Right, yeah.
But at the same time, with all these punks today, if I brought back that monocle, it's not bringing back the era. It's just bringing back that monocle, and people are going to turn that into something that I'm not going to like anymore.
Yeah, like a... Yeah,
and
I know what you're saying.
I'm just going to be like, well, screw this monocle. So I think I would bring back the bell-bottom pants.
Bell-bottom pants are... Yeah, that's definitely one everybody would think about, the 70s era bell-bottom pants.
One reason for that is I own a pair of bell-bottom pants. They're getting a little small for me now, but you can wear them in the summer, and they get breeze.
Yeah, see, but the one problem with wearing bell-bottom pants in the summer is that you can't ride a bike.
True.
I don't do much bike riding, but I'm sure
some people would.
Yeah,
but we're bringing the thing back. It's coming back.
It's coming back. I wouldn't want to.
I'm sure a lot of people biked in the 70s.
Yeah. I can't. Yeah, I can't argue with that.
I don't know. Someone would invent something.
The
bell-bottom bike
bottoms
protector.
Yeah. So okay, you're going with the.
I think I'm gonna go with the bell bottoms.
I think I would bring back the old like Indonesian shoving a gourd in your ass.
Yeah.
And you could put a little feather on the end of the gourd if you're going to something fancy.
Right.
Like in the summer.
Like a cocktail party.
Like a cocktail party.
Yeah.
Literally a cocktail party, I'd say.
Definitely.
I'd say, shoving a gourd in your ass, like if it's, you don't have to worry about putting on layers in the summer. Like sometimes a t-shirt is too much, but you don't want to go around topless because you don't want to be topless hobo Joe walking around topless. And
no one likes topless
nobody
hobo
wants to
Joe.
wear pants either in the summer because then you got the chafe action.
I hate the chafe action.
Chafe action, so just shoving a gourd in your ass, if I could bring that back and people would accept that.
People will do
People
it.
would be like, oh, just shove a gourd in your ass.
And now you could become hipster and go, I am shoving a gourd in my ass is too mainstream. And then you'll be able to watch everyone else shoving a gourd in your ass.
That's entertaining.
That's really...
You can't pay for
really
that.
entertaining. Now, do you yourself, do you and I who are bringing back these articles of clothing, do we realize... do we understand we brought these back and we know the change?
No. I think they just, out of the blue, that's back.
Just boom.
Boom. That's back. Somebody...
we don't realize that we made it so.
Yeah,
by the choice.
and no famous person starts wearing bell-bottom pants. You know what I mean?
Right,
bell-bottom pants
it just
were...
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like shoving a gourd in your ass.
Like shoving a gourd in your ass is actually coming back in style.
Yeah. So I kind of cheated there.
Kind of.
Shoving a gourd in your ass is coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
If you had to replace a limb...
Is this your topic?
No, this isn't my topic. This is just kind of a side topic.
Okay.
If you had to replace one of your limbs or a body part with a gourd,
yeah,
which one would you replace?
You
could do a hand or something too. I think.
Okay. And is the gourd like a normal gourd? As in, if I hit something too hard with it, it'll break.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but you can wiggle it around and things too. If you had it as a stump for an arm.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah,
I've got a gourd there.
Yeah, there's a gourd there. You could carve it.
Could I? You could carve it. I don't know. I actually don't know. At first, I was definitely just gonna say my penis.
Right.
But then
that's the obvious choice.
You could break it though.
Yeah.
And it would just.
I think I know what I would do.
What?
The nose. I'd get one of those long narrowed shaped gourds and have one of those noses.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That would be good.
And then if my nose broke, I'd look like a badass.
You would, like a proboscis monkey nose.
Yeah, proboscis. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, I can dig that.
That's what I would do. I think.
Yeah. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, it's just as horrible as having a gourd as any other body part, I think.
Yeah.
Except for maybe a leg wouldn't be very good.
If somebody punched you in the nose, you couldn't get in a fight.
Well, people get nose
Would it
replacement.
hurt?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, it would be part of you.
Yeah, it's like shattering a bone.
Oh.
I think people get surgeries and replace their nose and stuff now. I think I could get a replacement gourd.
Yeah. You could definitely get a replacement gourd.
Probably easier than I would be able to get a replacement nose.
Well, would you grow one off your nose?
I think
would you just staple a gourd to your face?
No, I'd have to get I'd have to go in and get it. Yeah,
diffused
from a gourder.
Yeah, it's a new job opportunity. What do you have to take for that? Medicine,
political science,
and agri-science. I think definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was very strange. Cameron, how about you bring on your full-on topic?
My full-on topic? I haven't really thought about it. Okay. Let's say one of my favorite topics is definitely zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. That's
so
kind of everybody talks about.
Everyone talks about that, but we're gonna change it up a bit.
All right.
We're in the zombie apocalypse. And you're in a cabin by yourself.
Why?
Because that's just the situation that happened.
Okay.
You're just in a cabin by yourself. The situation led to that.
All right.
You can have an abundance of any one item to fend off the horde of zombies that are coming your way. And it can't be a traditional weapon, but you have a whole bunch of whatever this item is.
I think the choice is obvious that I would get, centipede-sized machine guns. And centipedes don't get tired. And my centipede is always in the room with me.
Right.
So I just make him fight off the horde of zombies using little centipede weapons. And furthermore, he would be able to hold 100 of them because he has 100 legs. And arms.
So,
Larms.
okay. But what if he died?
No. You don't just kill a centipede.
That's true.
And what would a zombie be doing?
Well, he could
Looking
step
for
on it.
Yeah, but he's my centipede. He's fast.
Yeah, but what if he turns on you? We're assuming that you're making friends with this centipede now.
Well, we're alone
you've
together in a cabin.
Yeah. So you could be alone together in a cabin with Michael Myers.
Yeah, I guess we wouldn't become friends. Well, it's a zombie apocalypse.
The centipede is gonna feel your hate.
I think the centipede is gonna live through a zombie apocalypse anyway, so he just
doesn't
say,
give
fuck
a
you.
shit. He
Yeah.
doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. You're right.
He would kill you, and then
I don't know if he'd kill me.
You know, because
I think he'd hold me hostage.
You wouldn't turn into a zombie. He'd have a huge Jacob feast of man flesh.
You're right.
And he wouldn't have to go to Sobeys to raid Sobeys for like a week.
Yeah, he wouldn't have to raid anything.
No.
All right, I can.
But wait, if he's a centipede in the room that you're in, if he kills you, does that mean he doesn't exist?
No, I'm still there. I'm still in the room.
I guess so. But what if he eats you? Then you're not.
Well, that's right.
Huh.
Wow, that just got real again.
That's the centipede with a death wish, or does
well,
he realize?
I don't know.
Maybe
if
he doesn't know.
I think
that's how
he'd
he
slowly
feels.
realize. I think the further.
Are you like God to him then? Were you? Was he created because you existed?
I think, yeah, he must have been, because there's no way that a random centipede just got teleported or whatever, poofed to where I am. He must have just been created because I am.
What would you name him?
I don't know. If he's gonna kill me,
I'm thinking Matthias. Because
Matthias?
It sounds badass.
Yeah, I think what would happen, I think for the perfect movie moment,
Right.
he would kill me and start eating me, and then realize the more he ate me,
The less
the weaker he got.
Right.
And the zombies would come and he'd realize what he'd done. And it would be like a big, like, Clockwork Orange, like, you're only as human as, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can be.
I'm having a really good vision of my head for the Matthias the Centipede Zombie Slayer movie trailer, where Matthias has his 100 centipede guns and he's just got like a human-sized cigar in his mouth.
I think
just going crazy.
What happens in that movie is we're fighting off the zombies.
Yeah.
I'm using several centipede-sized weapons, and he's using 100. And I think he hears this podcast, and he hears me talk about how much I hate centipedes.
Yeah.
And so he turns on me. But then at the end of this podcast, we're talking about how I'm God to him and how he's going to get weaker, so he figures out the plan. And then he has a real, like Lion King ass, like, my father's dead. And
Celine Dion comes
I might
on.
appear in the clouds or something.
Right.
Like, appear in a blood stain. And then he'd realize, and he'd fight off the zombies. But
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would he sound like that?
I think so. In that moment.
Oh God! Oh God!
That'd be the only
What have
words.
I
No,
done?
no. I think the only thing he says is,
Oh God!
Yeah. It's black and white.
yeah. What is it?
I think so.
Okay.
Once you die,
Once I
it
die, it's
becomes black and white.
Yeah. Okay. And does he win?
I think so.
He beats all.
He doesn't win. You don't win in a zombie apocalypse, but he continues.
Nobody wins.
He continues.
Well, what about you?
What would I use?
To wrap this up, what would you use?
I've got an abundance of this one item.
Aquavelva. That was my second
Going
idea.
down smelling great.
Going down smelling great.
I think I would have a whole bunch of just endless DVDs of the movie Grease. No, hear me out. I would, I'd have to go raiding, and I'd find like a projector or something, and I'd play it on the side of the I'd play it on the side of the cabin, and then I'd watch the zombies continually trying to eat the Grease members.
Well, why do you need unlimited discs?
What if they break it?
Break just the DVD.
I can't have that. It's the only movie I've got left.
Oh my! Wouldn't you want to kill yourself listening to the Grease soundtrack over and over?
But maybe the zombies would too.
No. Wow. I thought I was going out there with the centipede guns, but I think you just topped me off right there.
I don't know. I think there'd be a point where I'd be like, man, this was the worst idea I've ever had.
Well,
but then I'll find something and I'll manufacture
suppose
something with my endless amount
you
of
could
grease
definitely.
discs.
I think you could like burn them, and the smell of the plastic and the CD burning might fend off the zombies.
It would hide my human scent.
It would.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
There's a lot of things you can do with
useful.
CDs.
You could throw them.
You can throw.
I don't think
that's not going to be
it's not
very
gonna
effective,
no.
but it's a fun pastime.
What you you could set them up. You could open them. You know how you open a CD case. You could set it on the ground like that, and I think it would kind of act like a banana peel.
Yeah,
you could do that.
I'd hear them coming. I'd be able to put them in the yard. And hear them coming. It would work.
All right,
I'd find a way.
That's good.
All right. So I think that was our first CamCob PodCob.
I'm glad that you said it correctly.
So am I. I'm surprised I did.
Yeah. So that was the first podcast down. I guess I think I'm gonna put this. We're gonna put this on YouTube. And then that's gonna be how we're gonna do it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
By the way, I'm just gonna tell a little story. There was the two. I was working.
Yeah.
And just the two most island boys I've ever seen came in. Except they were like 50.
Okay.
But they were just like
grown-up island boys.
Yeah, like roots, boots, the whole deal.
Right.
Roots, boots, eh?
Roots, boots, and bum the boot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of them thought there was a Tim Hortons upstairs.
No.
And the other one said no.
The other
and
one
then
was
the
right.
other said, and then the other said, "Don't be so wild." I've never heard that.
Don't be so wild. I like it.
Yeah, it's very island boy.
You know, I think he might have been I think he had a good logic thinking that there was a Tim Hortons upstairs.
Well, I suppose.
Because what cures Canadians more than Tim Hortons?
Tim Hortons. That's right.
Okay.
All right. That was very Molson.
Should we say like a little final thing here?
No.
All right. Screw you then, listeners. See you next week.
But seriously, yeah. All right.
Yeah.